My name is Heather Baker, and for this discussion video, I chose to research databases in relation to mobile applications. Now, in this first article, NoSQL and SQL databases for mobile applications, it's a case study. And the first thing I wanted to point out here is this first figure, and it shows the relationship going from the mobile user interface through the business application to the middleware, then to the database, and then finally to the network. And even though this is a case study between two different database types, the one thing that it really does stress on is how important databases are in that mobile framework. Because, of course, we have to store data somehow. And databases, these relational databases, are the best way that we found to do that for the mobile environment. Now, going over to the second article here, building database-powered mobile applications, I found this article very interesting. It stays at a very low level, very basic, but it goes through the relationships between different platforms, the databases that they use, and some languages that they use to interact with them. And this table is by no way inclusive, but it does show some of these relationships. And one of the examples that it shows here is for Android, and this example is in Java. And what I found interesting is that even though I'm not familiar with this language, it's still very recognizable. And that is one thing that I've recognized about SQL is how close to English it is. And these commands being in Java and other languages, they stay with that, and they do stay very close to English. So even though I'm not familiar with the syntax, I'm still able to get a basic idea of what he's trying to do. And going down here a little bit further to an example that we can recognize here in C#. And it shows that even further. Now we can see, even though we may not be familiar with this code, that of course there's a column, it's a primary key, it is a generated database, it's an int, it's an ID, and it shows just how recognizable it is and how well SQL and these databases has been integrated into these mobile environments.